What is up, guys? Pope back for another podcast of Battlefield 4, guys. This episode is going to be a little bit of a nice, good way. I'm pretty excited about this episode. Why, you may ask, you will probably find out here in just a few. We're going to be talking about the first glimpses on the Battlefield 4 Naval Strike DLC that's coming out soon, as well as Battlefield 4 Platoons has been announced. I have not seen them live quite yet, but we'll get on to that later on. And then I also have a soapbox for this episode. You knew it was only a matter of time, guys, but let's go ahead and jump into our first topic, which is the first glimpse into Battlefield 4, guys. There is a article on the Battlefield 4, or the battle logs for this, and I'm just gonna, kind of give you guys a rundown of what I'm seeing, what you guys can expect. It's basically it's called Naval Strike. So if you can kind of, grasp your head around it, it is more than likely just going to be exactly like what Paracel Storm is. I don't think they're going to have the storms so much into it, but there are a lot of cool things that have been implemented into this gaming style. There are new weapons and gadgets. Pilot the new hovercraft vehicle and experience the carrier assault game mode in the intense expansion pack. That is coming from direct quote from this little doodad, if you will, on the battle log. It looks pretty cool. They have a picture on here of the new hovercraft, and it seems to be basically, it looks like a giant the little sea dude, the wave runners. It basically looks like a giant wave runner with a balloon on the bottom. It looks pretty cool. There's a big fan on the back. It is a two-seater, as far as I can tell right now. It is only a two-seater, but everything's open. There is no top. If you were looking for the, crazy dramatic style hovercraft that comes from, I guess, the real world. I don't know if it's the Naval or the Marines that have it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm a Battlefield 4 player. This thing's in this game. It is the smaller, I guess, the hover crafts. Let's see. The water-based combat has always been a vital part of the all-out war of Battlefield 4, which is that's pretty true. And with the Battlefield 4 Naval Strike, the fights at sea are more intense than ever. With the introduction of the Ambius hovercraft vehicle, which means it is going to be able to drive up on land, I doubt it's going to have the same kind of controls it would on the ocean. Again, speculations. I have not played this. Your possibilities to dominate the sea will be ever greater. There's a couple of things. 4 all new multiplayer maps, which is more than likely going to be, kind of based on what Paracel Storm is. Blow open a crashed passenger plane. That's pretty cool. And capture fishing villages across the tropical Lost Islands. Drop a submarine on your foes. Oh, okay. So they have officially announced right here the submarine is going to be in it. It seems that it's going to be a I guess a commander drop. Let me read on a little bit more. Drop a submarine on your foes as you infiltrate a naval base or rush between shipping docks and rocky islands on the massive Wave Breaker map. Wage war across stormy seas in the largest ocean stretch in a Battlefield map yet, with a Nansha Strike. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrect. But storm an abandoned cliffside resort or get lost in the breathtaking vistas in Operation Mortar. It only has one picture. I don't know which one this is, but I'm guessing this probably. It looks kind of like. It looks kind of like Paracel Storm. It just has a picture of a Z11 kind of flying around it. I have not seen any of these maps. I'll try to do a little bit of research, and I do encourage you guys go check out some of these other pictures, and I'll have a link down below to all of these topics that I'll be talking to. Those posts on the battle logs. And then we have the classic game mode Reimagine. Now, if you're a fan of the franchise, the way that I'm a fan, I've been playing it for a while. If you guys remember in 2142, Battlefield 2142, there was a mode called Titan mode, which basically you had a hovering base with a couple of lifts. You had, vehicles flying all over the place that could drop you, but your entire objective was to go up to this base, infiltrate it, blow it up from inside, and it was basically like that. Well, they have actually implemented this into the Battlefield 4 scheme. There's no hovering base or carrier or anything like that. It is, your basic normal carrier out in the ocean. Let's read on to what we have. A classic game mode Reimagine. Battlefield 4 Naval Strike lets you relive the classic Titan mode of Battlefield 2142 with the introduction of the Carrier Assault game mode. Stay tuned to the battle log for more details on this reimagining of a classic. So more than likely you'll go in, plant a bomb or two, and then the carrier blow up. It sounds pretty cool. I'm hoping that map in particular, what I would like to see in some of these maps is actually wide open ocean. Absolutely zero land, but nothing but wide open ocean. As far as the eye can see, no land whatsoever. Nothing but boat, on plane, on helo, on submarine battles. I want to see a pure naval strike mode in this game. Let us read on. Battlefield 4 Naval Strike will be released late March for Battlefield 4 Premium members. To get a 2-week head start with Battlefield 4 Naval Strike and other upcoming Battlefield 4 expansion packs, secure a Battlefield 4 Premium membership. Guys, I do encourage you to go get a membership. It is worth it. You do save a lot of money on some of these expansion packs, guys. But enough about that. This does look like it is going to be a pretty awesome DLC expansion pack. It does have a picture what looks like that crashed airliner. Looks pretty awesome. They got a couple of pictures of this and that. Definitely worth a checking out of. I'll have a link down below for this, guys. But it does look like it's going to be. It could possibly. It depends. It could be one of the better expansion packs that we can expect. But we'll know, I guess, in late March, guys. All right, well, when we return, we will be talking about the implementation. Probably murdered that, but they have released the platoons for Battlefield 4, guys. If you have not found a platoon, I would say SNSclan.com. Check them out. But on the side note, guys, if you are looking for great clans, that is definitely the place to be looking. Just post something in the Battlefield 4 forums and find yourself something, guys. We will return. This is the Battlefield 4 podcast. Hey guys, Pope here. Don't forget, if you are looking for an awesome clan to play with and just a lot of people at one time to be playing with, a good group of guys and gals, guys, go check out SNSclan.com. Put in an application and find yourself a couple of great players to play with. Alright, Alright, guys, and we are back with the Battlefield 4 podcast, guys. Now, they announced earlier this week that platoons had been implemented, and I was a skeptic to begin with, but then I started doing a little research, looking in, finding it, and it is true. I am looking at it on Battlelog as we speak. I'll kind of run you guys through this little thing real quick. It is not quite like what you would expect because of the old Battlefield 3 platoon setup. It just kind of, it's new. What you do is you go into your Battlefield 4 page of it. You hover over your own soldier up at the top. It's going to say overview, stats, unlocks, loadout, things like that. If you go over at the bottom of the most right, you're going to see platoons. Click on that, and it's going to take you to the Battlefield 4 platoons page. If you've got friends on Battlelog, any kind of friend that you have that is in a platoon is right here. It shows your friends' platoons. It makes it a little bit easier to actually join up some of these platoons, guys. And then it gives you the ability to create your own platoon. I don't know if that is a premium a premium only thing, but just doing that, you have your name, the name of the platoon, the tags, a website option, and a presentation option. And I'm just going to make a quick one for the Battlefield podcast. BF4 podcast, that is completely wrong. I'm just going to make this thing. If you guys want to join, just join it up. We'll go with BFP for the tags. And then a website, don't have one. And it's just going to be a little here and there podcast. Podcast. Platoon. All right. So we got to create it up, guys. And then it gives me the ability to create an emblem, battle reports, members, recruitment, things like that. And just, stuff like that. Public, you can set it to public, private, write a message, do all kinds of things, guys. This is pretty cool, a little standard. Just things like that. Little things here and there. Probably need to change that. But I mean, that's how it is. That's what it looks like. It is pretty cool. It actually changes your tags for you whenever you join things like that. But that's what it looks like, and that's how it is. It's actually, I think, pretty cool. So definitely worth checking out, especially if you are into the whole thing. DICE did take a lot of flack because of the not having platoons in it. But yet again, they've done a lot of good work to it. It's very simple, very user friendly, but still fun to do. So I do encourage you guys to look for platoons. It helps out your game. Platoons actually, it does help you with your own game and things like that. So definitely worth checking out. Just as a person who has recruited for clans on Battlelog, that is the easiest thing is just to go into the forums. Just click on, I think it is, they should have a platoon area somewhere. Or maybe they haven't even put it in yet. But regardless, definitely something to just go check out. Just do that. Just put yourself something in there somewhere, and somebody will definitely be getting up with you. about joining their platoon and just check it out. Find the one that suits you guys. That's the number one thing I would say doing. Just make sure that you're finding what you need in a clan or in a platoon, anything like that, guys. Well, guys, whenever we return, we will be diving into my soapbox. I'm going to keep it a secret until we come back. This is the Battlefield 4 podcast. Hey guys, if you are looking for an awesome platoon, the official Battlefield 4 platoon is up and running. Check it out. The Battlefield 4 podcast platoon tags are BFP, capital B, capital F, and capital P. Guys, check it out. Join up. I would love to have you guys in the community help support the Battlefield 4 podcast. Alright guys, and we are back with the Battlefield 4 podcast. Now this day, I wouldn't say this week because, well, I guess it could technically be this week's because Wednesday's show did not have one. Here we are on Saturday, and we're going to have a soapbox. So let's go ahead and jump up on that thing, and let's have our week's soapbox. And this week, I had to dig deep because I'm not seeing too many problems with the game and how it's running, how it's being played. Here and there, a couple of problems, but nothing I haven't already talked about that still needs to get fixed. But this week, I wanted to talk about not so much the gaming, but the community in general. I'm still seeing a lot of problems. Now, here's the problem with it, okay? When the game first came out, everyone was yelling, patch it, fix this, fix that, it's dumb, the game is broken, it needs to get fixed. Here's the problem. Now I'm starting to see things called stop the patches. You're making it worse. At what point are we going to stop blaming DICE for something and just play the game? It's not all about you so much as it is about this game and this community. You don't have to play this game. Put it down, play something else. The game isn't all about one person. Number one, it's a team-based game. Jump in it with the mindset, I'm going to help everyone. So if you would start learning the game instead of putting so much emphasis on how you can't quite pick up the game and the way it is, so it's not me, it's definitely DICE. No, it doesn't work that way, guys. You need to sit down and learn how the game is played. There's here and there's things that need to get fixed. I agree. But at the same point, if those things aren't fixed, you need to adapt right now. Not anything else. You do. It's something that you need to have a time to sit down and go, all right, I've got to fix it because obviously DICE isn't going to do anything, so I need to learn how to play the game better. Then you do that, but don't jump on somebody because you can't figure it out. Mommy issues aside, it's not all about you. So let's calm down, guys. Let's calm down away from the discrepancy towards DICE and towards Battlefield and just play the game. If you don't want to play the game, put it down and go pick up a copy of Call of Duty. If you want a game that's going to run off of how you want it, pick up Call of Duty and play it. Play something else. There are multitudes of games that you could get into. Something that you would say, quote unquote, is good. It's a good game to play right now. It doesn't have all the crap in it like Battlefield does. Then you don't have to play it. Don't blame everything on a gaming company. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you and your problem. So think about how you're playing the game before you jump on top of what DICE is doing. I think the game has turned out pretty well, considering where it's been. So let's calm down, guys. Guys, I want to thank you guys for an awesome episode. As always, y'all are a great crowd. Don't forget all the links down below to all the threads that I have mentioned and everything like that, guys. But for the Battlefield 4 podcast Saturday edition, my name is the Pope 890. I hope you have enjoyed your gamer player appreciation month. It is officially March. Let's see what we have in store for this month with Naval Strike coming out, guys. I bid you adieu. Goodbye.